Here are 3 day trips you can do if you're visiting Barcelona and you want to get out of the hustle and bustle of the city, you want to see a beach town, you want to see some history, or you want a little adventure. Recently, I did a video on 5 beach towns nearby Barcelona that you can visit. One of these is a beach town, so you can just add it to that list. I did it in a weekend. You can do these in a day. Very easy, very accessible, very beautiful, and budget friendly. We love that. My name is Jenna Kelly. My handle is @theworldspublicist. I'm an American who moved to Barcelona over a year ago. I absolutely love it here. I share all of my experiences on my channel. So like for engagement, comment more things you would like to see, and subscribe to see more videos. Okay, so the 3 places that I'm going to talk about are all in the same area. It's Cambrils, Tarragona, and PortAventura. I've been to Cambrils and Tarragona. I haven't been to PortAventura at the time of recording this video, but I have a lot of friends who have been there, so I will talk about that at the end. So my plan was to see Tarragona. So I did a weekend trip. It was a little bit more expensive to stay in Tarragona, so that's how I came across Cambrils. My plan was to take a train to Tarragona from Barcelona. It's about an hour south on the train. Very easy, left early in the morning so I can have like the whole day in Cambrils, go to Tarragona the next day, spend a little bit of the time in Cambrils, and then take the train back to Barcelona. And it was like €8 to get back as well. So the transportation to get there was like very easy. Here is where I went wrong with that though. Look at where the station is in regards to where you're going. The station that I got dropped off at was about an hour bus ride away from Cambrils. There is another station that is closer to the Tarragona city, and then you could just take a bolt, and it's about like a 25-minute bolt ride to Cambrils. I went to Cambrils staying in Hotel Augustus. Gorgeous. Definitely recommend. It was like €90 total for like 2 nights. I paid 10 extra euros for a sea view. This was at the end of April, so prices obviously could vary. Cambrils day 1. So when I got to the hotel, immediately put on a bikini and you're steps away from the beach at Hotel Augustus. What I did was I went to a grocery store. I got some food. I got a little bit of beer, walked to the beach, laid out my towel, and then I just like kind of had my time chilling there because it is such a small city. Public transportation is a bit few and far in between in the city as well. You mainly will need a taxi in Cambrils. If you get a Bolt, what I kept running into is I would open the Bolt app. As soon as I would find a Bolt ride, I'm like, oh, perfect, there's a Bolt. I'm going to get ready a little bit longer, and then I will get the Bolt ride. I would open the app again. It was gone. There would be no Bolts available at all. I would have to have the hotel call a taxi. That was a bit of a surprise when I had dinner time rolling around, and everything was closing kind of early. So I ended up just getting food delivered to the hotel. They do have like supermarkets, like those 24-hour supermarkets like nearby that are open or open late supermarkets. So that works as well. And Hotel Augustus has a restaurant inside and a bar. So there are options. Okay, so day 2, I wanted to get in the city to Tarragona. From Cambrils to Tarragona is about 25 minutes. The Bolt was, I think, around €15. It wasn't that bad, 15 to 20 euros. Essentially what I did was ChatGPT an itinerary of like all the cool spots. Tarragona has a lot of Roman influence, which is like very interesting to see. So I wanted a big wow factor. I started at the Roman amphitheater, which looks kind of like a bit of a mini Colosseum. I paid like €5 to like walk on the inside because when I visited Rome and I went to the Colosseum, I never went inside. So I felt like I kind of made up for it there. Everything is walking distance in the city, which is also super nice. So after I went up to the Balcó de Mediterráneo, it's a viewpoint basically that looks out to the water and it overlooks the amphitheater. I stopped for like a coffee, got some breakfast, and then I went down to the Roman cathedral, like restaurants. There's like a plaza over there. And then after that, I walked to the Roman walls and I spent so much time here. It's like this beautiful garden. And I was just like meditating there a lot. It was very quiet. Just going to the Roman walls felt like it was like a world's away from the city, and it wasn't that far. It just was like very secluded, very quiet. It felt a lot more local. I spent a lot of my time there. Do's and don'ts, again, here we go. Tarragona siestas. So around like 2:30, they take a lunch. Like the city, shuts down. I was looking around and I was like, uh-oh, I'm getting hungry, and everything was like closing up. So I stopped somewhere pretty quickly and I like got myself a pizza and a glass of wine. And then I walked around kind of to see some of the shops again, see some of the other ruins that I missed. I ended up going back to my hotel around like 4:30. When I got back, I showered, I got ready, and then it was time to go to dinner. And I wanted to go to the port of Cambrils, which is it was like a 15-minute drive from my hotel to the port. And really, I just walked around and I found a restaurant and treated myself, hung out by the water, enjoyed my time. The next morning, I had my train to go back to Barcelona around midday. You could do Cambrils in a day and then Tarragona in a day if you wanted to do a day trip there and back to Barcelona. The very last spot, which is also in the same area, is PortAventura. PortAventura is just like a big theme park. I've never personally been there, but I have a lot of friends that have been there. They have just a lot of different themed areas, especially around like the holidays as well, like around like Halloween. But yeah, I know a lot of people that have done it in a day. They go really early by train in the morning and then they take a train late at night on their way back home. Like the big attraction there right now is like Ferrari Land, and they have like a really big ride there as well. I think it's like extra as a part of PortAventura. Those are 3 spots that you can go to. Highly recommend Cambrils, highly recommend Tarragona. From what my friends have said, PortAventura is a great time as well if you want to see more experiences, more tips, more things to know about Barcelona. Like this video for engagement, comment things you would like to see, and subscribe to never miss a video.